Hey guys, Sheila Texter here at Sheila's One Stop. I'm here today as a author, life coach slash minister. Every Wednesday and Friday I will be putting out YouTube videos for my subscribers. On Wednesdays we will talk about my book, which is called Life After the Mistake, New Beginnings. Should be coming out in April of 2020. This is April the 1st, April the 1st, the year 2020. We are still in the coronavirus season. I'm not for sure what's going to happen with that still. But again, like I said on my last video last Friday, I'm just moving forward in whatever God does, He does. And I'm just being prayerful. But today we're going to talk about the book. I want to read a few things in the book, a few inserts on life after the mistake. Now, this book is about a woman that has committed adultery in the church, with somebody in the church. But then life goes on, and God has came into this scene. He has mended things. He has healed, and He has reconciled. He has brought redemption. He has brought mercy. He has brought restoration to this situation. But today, though, I want to read a little bit. If you'll see my thumbnail, it talks about some people cheat to escape. Some people cheat to escape. And that is in my book as well. Some of the things that we feel like we're trying to escape from. And we will escape sometimes the wrong way. Sometimes the pressure gets on us. We're just, it's a bad season. It's a bad time. But if we're not careful, we will allow things to take us down paths that we don't need to go down. But I want to read just a couple of things. This is actually in the introduction of my book. And so what I'll do is every Wednesday, I will read just a little bit, maybe a sentence or two, a little paragraph, a small paragraph out of the book, out of each chapter, maybe, just here and there, and kind of give you an idea of what to expect when you get this book. But in this introduction, just this little bit of introduction, I am sharing these stories. Now, this is in Google Docs. I started out in Google Docs. I went to Word and transferred to Word document and finished writing it in there. But then the lady that is proofreading and editing, she prefers Google Docs for the convenience of us being able to communicate even on the document while it is being edited. And so that's been awesome by itself. That's been great. All these things I have learned along the journey after I started writing my book. So I tell you today, I'm going to probably tell you every time that I talk about the book, if you want to write a book, you just got to sit down and start writing the book. Just let it out. The first draft, it may be ugly, it may be bad, but you start, and then you go back, and then you start trimming it off, and you get help, and you get friends to come in and help. But anyway, so I want to read this right quick. So I'm trying to cut these a little bit shorter so people will stay on here and listen to the whole video. But in this introduction, it says, I am sharing these stories to encourage those who have allowed sin to overtake them and can't seem to recover from the damage it has caused. The goal is not to excuse this ugly sin, but to acknowledge it and to recognize that it happens to fellow Christians more often than we like to realize. Yes, this sin I'm referring to is the one that starts with the capital A, adultery. Since you have this book in your hand, you may have either been at fault or maybe your family has fallen victim to adultery's vices. Or perhaps you haven't yet made the mistake but are being tempted. Now, we can act like that, none of these things are going to happen, that won't never happen to me. My husband or my wife, they won't never cheat on me. I'm telling you, it does happen. And it can happen like that if we're not careful. But I wanted to read one more place. Let me see if I can find the other place that I wanted to read. Mm, this in here, I'll just. This is. I think this may be in chapter 1. Um, I had it marked, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, chapter 1, this is still me. This is not where I've started writing the story about Shelley. It says, this is me, I have been on both sides of this spectrum. I know what it's like to be so heartbroken that everything feels numb. It's like a movie that you want to end. But also, as my heart goes out to the one who's been hurt, I also feel empathy for the ones who have failed. So I'm saying I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I know what it's like to be cheated on, and I know what it's like to be the other woman. I'm ashamed of that. I'm not proud of that. And I'm being very transparent with sharing this. And I don't share it as to try to bring something back out from under the blood. I'm sharing this because I know that there are people that have failed God in this area. And they have kind of stepped back a little bit behind the scenes. And, they stayed back. And but God is wanting to restore you. God is wanting to help you get back up. Get back in the race. Dust yourself off and move forward. Now this, my failure, it's been quite a few years ago. But I can tell you through writing of this book, it reopened some things in me that maybe I had buried, and I did not really deal with those issues, and I had buried them. So I had that stuff in me and did not even realize it was there. And that's one of the things that I wanted to share was when I started writing my book and writing the stories and writing about myself and writing about the experiences in the past. It brought feelings up that I didn't realize was there. That things that I needed to deal with, things that got undealt with, but through writing the book and through talking to God and Him helping me, it has brought me to be able to move forward in so many things. And to this day, I am not only an author and a life coach, I'm also a pastor's wife. I'm an evangelist. I'm a speaker. I've spoke for people and went and ministered for people. So I am able and capable of helping other people through my experiences and through the things that God has brought me through. So I'm going to get off here today, and y'all stay tuned for Friday, because now Friday, April the 3rd of 2020, I will be coaching and bringing out some things that could help you in your life and journey and turn things around for you in your life. But I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for next Wednesday. I will be back about the book. Whenever I get the book and I open it, I'm going to do a live Facebook video about the book. When I open it, I'm going to share it with you. It'll be on Amazon. I'm trying to get my website set up. I already have the website. I'm trying to get the name changed over because I want to sell the book on my website also. So y'all have a great day. This is April the 1st of 2020. Don't let nobody fool around and fool you today. Y'all have a great day.